Hey guys, so recently I've been getting asked a bunch of questions pertaining to the topic self-love, and I got a question that really sparked my mind. I don't think that I've ever really talked about this topic on any of my social sites. So the question was, how do you maintain um, a healthy relationship with self, or how do you maintain self-love while being in a relationship with someone else? So the reason why I never normally talk about this topic, or why I never normally answer this question, is because I'm very private in my life and I don't really like to talk about my relationships with people. When people ask me questions about the people that I know, or when people ask me questions about the person that I love, I really try to guard that, and I really try to keep them my own. I believe that bonds are extremely special, and I feel like all of the bonds that I have with people, I can't really express it with words. Like, I'm so grateful for the friends that I have. They're patient with me, they're kind, they allow me to grow, they don't expect things from me, they're not upset with me when I don't respond to their messages, or they're not upset with me when I distance myself, because they know that if I am distancing myself, it means that I mean it. Sorry, something randomly is on my tongue. But yeah, so I'm just so grateful for that, and I'm so grateful for the relationship that I'm in, because the person that I'm with really understands me, and he really knows my energy. He probably knows my energy better than anyone, other than maybe my dad, and my mom, obviously. If I don't feel up to it, I guess you can say, if I don't feel like talking, if I don't feel like being in the same room as you, if I don't feel like being close, if I don't feel like partaking in things that I didn't volunteer myself and willfully want to, he doesn't get upset about it, but he also doesn't even question it, because I feel like when you're with a person who really understands your needs, more often than not, they're going to understand that sometimes you need to be alone. So I think that's the number one way to um, maintain, or to care for self. I'll say that's the number one way to care for yourself, by surrounding yourself with people who really are energetic, and who really feed off of emotions, who really are connected with you, who really want to see you prosper, who really love you. And that can, and when I say love and when I say connection, that doesn't take years to build. You can meet these people at any moment and just know they are going to be. I've met so many recent people lately, and I feel like whenever I meet them, in my head, I'm like, okay, this person's gonna be around a while. And when I say a while, I mean, I can expect, or I can't assume that they'll be around forever. If they are, I'm super grateful, and if they're not, I'm almost positive that they're not around, or that I'm not around for them for a specific reason. And so surround yourself around people who respect that you need to take care of yourself. That's the number one tip, the very first one. And so moving forward, how do you maintain self-love while being in a relationship, whether it's a healthy relationship or not? You have to take care of yourself. You have to read. And these are all things, like, they're all going to tie up. You have to go hike. You have to do yoga. You have to pray. You have to walk. You have to work out. You have to go to the mall. You have to go eat by yourself. You have to watch a TV show just by yourself, not with your partner. You have to vent. You have to have your own friends who... I believe that your partner doesn't always have to know every single friend that you have. I mean, we have so many people in our lives, them being one, and a huge one, of course. But at the same time, I feel like like I said, some relationships are just so sacred that you shouldn't even have to share them with anyone else. You, of course, share experiences from them. Of course, share the moments that you spend with them. But you don't have to physically share that with someone else, because sometimes they may not even get it. They may not even understand why you are the way you are, why you feel the way that you feel with this other person. And that can be one of your best friends who moved town for college and then decided to stay there, and you just know they probably never will meet because you never go out there and they never come out here. Or that can be your favorite aunt, who always has something to say, who lives right down the street, but you just don't want them to meet. Like, there can be so many different reasons. And so the reason why I'm saying this is the second best way to maintain your health care and your self-love while being in a relationship with someone else or with many others is to be able... I don't want to say escape, because there's a thin line. To be able to turn to something or someone or some place for therapy should be between you and that something, some place, or some person. If you specifically look to a person for a specific kind of advice, or if you love to go to a certain spot, like a certain part of the beach, the end of the beach, or the rockier part of the beach, or whatever, you should be able to go to that space and share a moment with it, or share a moment with them. And the reason I'm saying this is because sometimes we invite people into all of our spaces. We keep inviting, we keep on inviting. Oh, I love to go to this place when I'm meditating. Oh, I love to go to this place when I'm writing poetry. Oh, this is my favorite, whatever. We have to know the difference between sacred and favorite. And whatever is sacred to you should stay sacred to you, or should be shared with people, again, who know and understand and accept and acknowledge and recognize and honor your sacred places, so they don't ever step into your sacred places, or so they don't ever step towards the people you hold most sacred and dear to your heart, and leave a bad taste in your mouth, leave a bad memory, destroy it, leave negative energy. This is so important, because sometimes, like I said, we go back to these places and they're no longer even sacred to us. And of course, yes, that is a part of growth. Yes, we will always throughout our life go back to this. We'll always forget. Sometimes we're so eager, we love something so much that we want to share it with the people that we love. But like I said, we have to understand, and we have to be able to differentiate favorites and sacred, and we have to be able to differentiate favorite person and sacred person. We have to be able to differentiate, okay, this person is worth going and this person I'm not so sure about. Not meaning that later on in life you won't be sure about them, because sometimes we grow with people, that's life. But know when something is temporary. Know when someone isn't worth sharing the experience with, because sometimes those people will leave stains on our favorite people, or those people will leave impressions on our favorite things, or those people will leave bad memories in and onto our favorite places. And I don't know, I think that we all need a safe place. I think that our safe place should be literally in different places. It shouldn't be in one person. It shouldn't be always searching for this one person. Our safe place doesn't always have to be so consistent again, but it also doesn't always have to depend on things other than ourselves. Sometimes our safe place can be ourselves. And I think that I've gotten to that point. I think that I've gotten to a place where I am my own safe place. And yes, I have other safe places, but I am the number one. So knowing that I am my number one safe place, my mind is my number one safe place, my heart is my number one safe place, knowing that I am my safe place, I know who to differentiate. I know when something or someone isn't worth experiencing me. And I know when someone or something is going to take advantage of me. I know when something or someone isn't going to appreciate all of what I am. And so I don't allow the two to meet. I don't allow them to emerge. I don't allow my safe place and something that I'm unsure about to come into contact, because that's something that you're unsure about is your intuition telling you this person or this place or this thing isn't meant for you. And so I think in order to maintain self-love, your self-love, while in a relationship with others, is to build on yourself and to learn how to be your own safe place. And whenever you're with these people, whenever you have your significant other, whenever you meet your significant other, while you're on a date, while you're on a walk, while you're on the phone, let them know, this is who I am. I'm telling you now. Every single day, I need to pray. Every single day, I need to read my books. Every single day, I need to write. Every so often, I need to go to the beach to clear my head. Every so often, I turn off my phone. Every so often, I don't feel like being bothered and I don't feel like talking to anyone. And that has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with me. So I only hope that you honor these things and you accept them whenever they come along. You accept me whenever I feel like I can't be around you right now. And you don't make it a point to even bring it up. You don't even make it a point to create some weird, strange argument over it. You don't want to even talk about it, because unless it's a positive thing, to ask what did you gain from your safe place, or what does it mean to learn from you? What does it mean to have a safe place? Unless it's to help that person grow in some way or somehow, unless it's to allow that person deeper in to show them who you really are and what you're really about, I don't think that you need to even talk about the safe place. I think that they should just honor that this is something that you need. And if they have their safe place, you should just honor that this is just somewhere that they need to be right now. They need to go back to home. They need to regain their passion for something. They need to be alone in their head, in their thoughts, to figure out their life, etc., etc., etc. These are the things that you need in order to maintain your self-love. And these are things that you need to continue to go back on, to grow from. And in order to be in a healthy relationship, you have to be with someone who accepts your growth and who inspires you to grow and who looks to you for growth and who will honor that these are the things that you need to do in order to grow. And so, how do you maintain self-love while in relationship with others? You let them know who you are. You hope that they accept you. And you keep loving yourself while every single day trying more and more and more to love them the way that you love yourself. And you go to your safe places and you grow. And you just keep planting seeds. And you plant more seeds and you plant more seeds and you plant more seeds. And eventually this will grow, and eventually this will grow. Eventually you'll let go of your ego. Eventually you'll let go of all things. Eventually you'll accept change. Eventually, etc., 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 etc. Eventually you'll let go of jealousy because it's not worth it. Because at the end of the day, we are who we are, and whoever else has what they have, and there's nothing that I can do to obtain what they have, because at the end of the day, I have a specific purpose. And whatever comes with that purpose, I will have regardless. If that person isn't meant for me, that person isn't meant for me. If that thing isn't meant for me, then that thing isn't meant for me. And it just is what it is. And you just accept that, and you learn that the only change that should be important, the only change that matters, is the change that you want to make within. Not the change that everyone else wants you to make. Not the change that your mom wants you to make. Not the change that your boyfriend needs you to make in order to be in a relationship with you. The change that you need to make to be a better you. And I think when you stick to these things over and over and over and over and over again, that is how and when you will begin maintaining self-love while in any relationship. So I hope this helps, and I hope that you grow from it, and thank you for watching.